Plaintiff Sheena Gatson was good friends with the defendant, and they often went to church together and watched each other's children. However, Sheena claims the defendant changed when she started dating her ex. Sheena's suing because she loaned the defendant money to bail her ex out of jail, and she has yet to repay. Defendant Tequila Spencer admits that she and Sheena were good friends, and she was there for Sheena after her husband went to jail. Tequila admits that Sheena bailed her ex out of jail, but she insists Sheena knew she may not be able to repay the loan.
Start with you.
Hi, Your Honor. First of all, I'd like to say I watch you every day. I go home on lunch break just to watch you, and my mom wanted to say hi.
All right, tell her I said hi.
I just wanted to come here today. I'm suing my friend Tequila. We've been friends since 2009. Me and her met, and we hit it off really well. We went to church together, prayed together, watched each other's kids. When I relocated to Lexington, she was basically like family to me, her and her mom, the family that I didn't have where I was. You know, my family was at home. But over time, I started seeing a different side of Tequila, and I think it kind of led up to why we're here today. She was a conservative young lady, you know, for a long time, and I just seen
her lifestyle.
Yes, being a Christian, wearing her dresses and skirts, being very conservative, and that's one of the things that attracted us to each other. Look conservative, absolutely. But it's something about why she.
Some of them church girls, Doc. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I said some.
Yes, we know a few.
Thank you. You know them church, some of them church ladies. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And she's a certain way when she's single, but when she's in a relationship, she starts to change. And that's when I started noticing change in Tequila. She met the guy that I ended up bailing out of jail in 2009. And it was something about him that I really didn't like, and I ended up telling Tequila, don't mess with this guy. He's not right for you. But she wanted to do it anyway. As a matter of fact, there was even an incident where when they first got together, one of his exes had called her on the phone and was telling her, don't mess with him. He's no good. Did his family tell you about him?
Was he a thug?
I don't know if he's a thug. I don't know him that well. I don't think he's a thug.
You had to get him out of jail, okay.
Yeah, but hey, I didn't even know about that until I was.
What'd you get him out for?
I don't know, fines.
Let me get some background from her, and then I'll let you give me some more. Hello, hi. Church lady.
Well, yes, she's right. We have been friends for 7 years. We got close very quickly. Our families love each other, like she said. We was there for each other. It's kind of, we had one of those relationships, you know, without thinking about it, we just automatically there for each other, you know. Like, for example, when her husband had went to jail and I watched her children for a couple of days.
Oh, y'all men going to jail.
Okay. Objection, Your Honor.
You better get some church men. These men from church, y'all get them from church?
It's called deception.
You get yours from church, too?
No, but it was a little.
You got yours from church? See that? You better get you on them good church men. They won't do nothing but drink. Go ahead.
Anyways, okay, so during this time, she needed me to come to her house and watch her children for a couple of days. And I did that for her without question, of course, you know, she needed me. We don't talk very often, you know, but when we do, it's always when each other needs one another, you know. Sheena has a strong personality, and she's a type of person, you know, she's somebody you can go to about things, but she's also somebody that it might bite you in the butt later. For instance, a relative owed her money. Instead of talking to her about it, you know, in private, she waited one day until she came to her house with and she had a friend there with her, and she addressed it then, you know, rather than in private, you know, and so she likes to put people on blast and, you know, front them a little bit.
I'm not going to let her do it.
Objection, Your Honor.
Anyways, needless to say.
Did you have a no good man, like she said? That people, everybody told you not to be with?
He's gone, yeah.
Which is why we're here, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's me and him's been separate for 3 years. He's in a whole nother state.
All right, good.
I'm happy with that.
Can I defend myself?
Go ahead.
Because I do not put people on blast like that. I have a strong personality and I'm opinionated, but
you just did put on blast. You talked about her, her man going to jail?
We here because she
Because
asked you to
I
be
had a bail. I had a bail amount. That's relevant to the case.
Go ahead.
But I'm not like that. I give people a reasonable amount of time, which in this case has been 3 years. I could have blasted her out. I could have did a lot of stuff.
How
over
much was it?
$1,700.
And woo. And when was she to pay you?
She was supposed to pay me within 30 days.
If she had to borrow $1,700, where was she to get it in 30
her
days?
story was at the time, he had got arrested. She has 4 children. He was the ones watching the kids. So she had obviously nobody else to go to, so she came to me. I just lost my job. My husband was in between jobs, so I'm like, Tequila, you know, it's just coming out of my savings. When can I get my money back? She told me at the time that this individual was gonna do a couple of contract jobs through landscaping, and he would have the money within 30 days.
Got it.
She told me that he would have the money within 30 days, and I looked at her in her face and said, look, that's your man, I'm doing this for you.
Okay.
If he does not give me my money back, you're gonna be held responsible for paying my money back.
She said, okay.
She said, okay.
And you gave the money to her in her hand.
So I gave the money to her, but she couldn't bail him out because I think she had a warrant at the time. So I went downtown and bailed him out. But honestly,
we gonna blast y'all see, right?
I mean, hey,
to
we
easing
going
that
to
in.
He's
To easing that in, you're right.
Yeah.
I put a Band-Aid on it, baby.
Go ahead.
So I wanted to have a paper receipt. I wanted to have a paper receipt just in case anything went down. I could have my receipt that I paid this money. So that's why I went ahead and bailed him out, went downtown, thinking that I would get it back once he finished court, but I found out then that it was fine, so I couldn't get it back.
When's the last time you all discussed it?
I'm thinking within the last 6 months.
And what did she say?
She keeps telling me she's gonna pay me back. She keeps blowing me off. 1 minute is I'm gonna pay you tax time. Then
Tax time. You don't watch me every day.
I do watch you every day.
That wasn't
Mathis.
true at all. That's the
know.
first lesson you learned from me.
But it wasn't originally tax time. She told me
There's
later.
2 things you learn if you watch me every day. Don't take a response that you're gonna be paid at tax time. And don't smoke crack.
Don't smoke crack.
Those are 2 things you learn without
Absolutely.
Go ahead, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, there was even an incident where when they first got together, one of his exes had called her on the phone and was telling her, don't mess with him. He's no good. Did his family tell you about him?
Was he a thug?
Plaintiff Sheena Gatson was good friends with the defendant, but she claims the defendant changed after she started dating her no-good ex.
Tell me about this loan.
Okay, so when he went to jail, I actually came to her and asked her could she put some money on it, not necessarily pay the entire thing, you know, because I went to different people. And then as we got to talking and she asked me how much the bond was, I told her, and she checked her account, she discussed with her husband, and they ended up having the exact amount. So when
Hallelujah.
right. When it came all down to it, she said, well, if he doesn't pay, she said right, if he doesn't pay, it's gonna go over to you. I told her instantly, I don't know, Sheena, my money does not stretch that far.
Have you told her since that time that you would pay it?
Yes, only because I felt bad.
All right, well, and you don't feel bad anymore?
It's been 3 years, Your Honor.
No, when is the last time you told her you would repay it?
I don't remember.
All right, she said it was within the last year for sure.
Yeah, it probably was, but I never told her about no tax time, because every time.
As long as you told her you would repay her, that's the issue. What is your emotional distress for, ma'am?
I have papers right here stating that she was going to tell me during okay.
All right, she agrees that she said she was going to repay you. What is your emotional distress for?
My emotional distress is because we was in between jobs and I had to basically wipe out my savings, I had to go to my friends to borrow money to pay my bills. I had to pay them back. I had to chase this woman down for the last 3 years. I had to hear her giving me sympathy about why she can't pay me $20 a month. I even gave her the option of paying me $20 a month. And it's just been nothing but stressful and anxiety to the point where I'm not loaning anybody else any money for anything. But my mama can't get $20 out of me.
But you knew what the situation was from the beginning.
All right, ma'am. Unfortunately, you can't collect emotional distress because somebody owes you money. I'll grant you what she owes you. $1,700 is your judgment. Have a good day, ladies.
Thank you.
I'm cool. We still friends. My son was just over our house a couple weeks ago.
I love her like a sister, but she can never get another dollar. out of me. And that bridge is definitely burnt for sure, especially since it's just been a long time and you just don't care about it anymore. But I still love her like a sister, and I'm going to still be there for her, but money is not going to be involved. Absolutely.